Okay, and welcome back to Next Level Refs. Joining me today is someone very special to me, Papa Gassama Bakary from Gambia. Welcome back, brother. Great to see your face again after all these years.
Thank you very much, my brother. Nice to catch up again. And I am also very happy and excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, mate. Fantastic. And look, again, really appreciate it's Ramadan at the moment, so Ramadan Mubarak. That you've been fasting, and the time difference is a little bit different to Australia in Banjul.
Yes. Yes.
So I know you would have got up early and had a big feast and got the family ready and everything, and dropped the kids at school and you're joining us today. So that's fantastic.
But you are my brother. Anything for you is possible. No problem.
Oh, mate, your heart is still as big as ever. Well, look, we were lucky enough to spend, a great deal of time together through our World Cup process and the Olympic process, which, we can talk through today. And we really connected over those multiple tournaments and seminars, etc. But for the listeners today and people that are going to tune in on the YouTube channel or on Instagram or Facebook, I think it's great to be able to, for other people around the world, including Australian referees, to hear your story and how the similarities between countries, but also some of the differences, the challenges you might have had to go through as well, and how you might have overcome those to achieve the success that you have. All right, so as I mentioned, we'll start, obviously, your Papa Gassama Bakary from Gambia.
Yes.
How old are you now, brother?
Now I am 46 now.
46. Yes. And you retired a little bit after me.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was the year of your retirement?
I retired 2023 December.
Yep. Fantastic.
Yes.
And
2023 December.
For people that don't know your story, obviously we'll go through that. But certainly a huge man in your country. But in terms of African football, really putting African football on the map, and the country of Gambia being the first ever Gambian to be at the World Cup. Your national team hasn't secured qualification as yet, but you were the first, and what a great moment. I remember being there when those moments came and embraced you with big hugs. So that's fantastic. Now, obviously there's a bit of a career pathway here in Australia from, starting out usually in the junior football and progressing to senior football, and then working the way up into the national leagues. It's called the A-League here in Australia. And prior to that was the National Soccer League. And then obviously on to FIFA. But what was the kind of process for you, mate? Like, how old were you when you started? How did you do your course? And those early years, how did that transpire for you?
Thank you very much, my friend. And as you already said, my name is Bakary Papa Gassama. I was born in a village called Meme in the North Bank Division. Very tiny village, less than, I can say, 200 people.
Okay.
Yes. From there, I moved to the Greater Banjul area. That is where the capital is and the largest cities. Then 2003 December, I started refereeing. As you rightly said, in the Gambia also, you start from junior category with the schools tournament, then to the junior tournament. Like from there, I started with the Gambia Football Federation Referee Association, where I started officiating with the female league. From there, going to the second division. From there, after 5 years, I started 2003, and 2005, I was promoted to the to the senior category. That is the Premier League. You can say that we call first division.
Okay.
That is
so
only
that's the top league. That's the top league in your country.
Yes, that's the top league in the Gambia. That's the top league in the Gambia. That is 2005. Then 2008, I was lucky, promoted as FIFA referee. Alhamdulillah. Yes, that is 2008.
Fantastic. Yes. So now, obviously, in Australia, you sit a referee's course, and you have to pass an exam, and then build up the experience as well. What's it like in Gambia? Was that a similar thing, or you kind of, someone recommends you and you get thrown a whistle, or how does it work in Gambia?
Yeah. For now, I can say it's the same as Australia. You have to go to exams, do the exams, whatsoever. But before, at that time, it was not like that. You have to, if you have the interest, like you have to apply. You have to write a letter and apply and go there and start an exam. If you pass, yes. But it was only one entry exam at that time.
Yes.
Then from there, if you make it, fine. If you don't make it, then you are not accepted. But if you pass the exam, they will allow you and start, at that time, what we normally do is, for example, if you are living in a particular area and they will assign somebody that is going to be your coach to look after you.
So like a mentor.
Understand?
Yeah.
Like a mentor. And for some time, that guy will be going to the referees committee to give a report about you. You understand?
Yeah.
And as time goes on, if you are performing well, like for me, alhamdulillah, it was too quick for me to be promoted to the senior level.
Yes.
Because I was really concentrating and I like it. And but as I told you, my parents, especially my father, did not want me to be anything near football, because it was an imam, and what he was only particular about was going to school or going to work, not anything about sports or especially refereeing, because you don't even know what was refereeing about.
This is your father? Your father didn't.
My father. No. My father did not know anything about refereeing. It was so difficult for me. I can remember when I started officiating in the female league, or even in the second division in the Gambia, it was difficult for me to leave my house to go and officiate games. It was very difficult. What I normally do is I'll prepare my bag, give to my younger brother to go outside with my bag, understand? And sometimes I will just throw it outside and walk past him and go and take my bag and then go. There are times that, when it's prayers time, he always asks, guys, where is Papa? Everybody will say, no, I don't see him. So when I came back from games, I have to explain, and it was not easy with me. But as time goes on, with the help of many people, starting talking to him, no, leave him, this is his hobby, try to understand things because people did not even, it was difficult for me and for many others who wanted to be referees or footballers, football players. It was difficult, but not for now. No, not for now. Before it was difficult because people don't even think of you could make up a good life with refereeing or football. You understand what I mean?
When you started this, sorry, brother, when you started this, what kind of age were you when you started your course, and as you're going through this, I guess, kind of secretive phase from your father, what kind of age were you when you first passed?
Yeah. I was pretty young, because I was in my I was around 25.
Okay.
All right. So 25. Then it was not at that time. It was not easy for a young man like me to go and say, no, I am going to pick refereeing as a career. it was very difficult at that time. So, and well, yeah, as I rightly said, I did my best all the way to try to go to the top, and then after all, he accepted, and many people accepted. But this is the basic we started in the Gambia, like in other countries, going to the female league, second division, then to the first division. Yes.
Yeah. So, now you said it was difficult, and obviously your father didn't understand or wanted to steer you away from that. When you say it was difficult, what types of difficulties are you talking about? Was there violence? Was he worried? Was your father worried about your safety? What was some of those challenges or worries for him?
Yeah, difficult simply because as an elderly person, it was not difficult to convince him that I can make my way in this. All right. Yes. And so many people are making their way in football, in refereeing. For him, it was not possible for somebody to gain something out of it because he did not even understand. Yes. He was just thinking that look, you have to go to school, you have to go to universities, you have to go to college, like that. Understand? Go to work, have your own offices, something like that. But that was the difficult part of at my father's side. But yes, the other side also, at that time, it was a little bit difficult to officiate because so many assaults were going on, with referees across the country at the time, but not always. But there are instances that it was very difficult because you have to go and play local games that it was difficult for people to accept certain decision. Most of the time, you end up, abandoning the game or, being beaten after the game, something like that.
Yes.
And then, yeah, that was the difficult part of it outside. But at home, inside my house, it was my family accepted. Only my father was, trying to not to accept this. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, what comes out already is your sheer dedication, and obviously there's a massive respect for your father. But you had to balance that with your goals and your direction of where you wanted to go and that vision that maybe the path that you have led has made it a lot easier for Gambian referees for the future. So that obviously we'll talk about the rest of your career, but you're the one that really shone the light the first time for those others to follow. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the Gambia, we have been always lucky to have great referees. Maybe they were not famous like me, going to the World Cup, doing so many top FIFA competitions like World Cup, under 20, CAF, FIFA Confederation Cups, Olympic, something like that. But we were lucky to have great referees who've been in AFCON, but not to the extent of going to the World Cup. Yes, so many people are interested of being young people have interest of being referees now because of my name, Papa Gassama.
Yeah,
because of the name, and I can say, Alhamdulillah, it's important. But in the Gambia, there are so many big name referees before me.
Yeah, and that's great. That sounds like you've had those mentors and those role models, that you looked up to.
Sure.
Even though, like you said, they've probably reached the top level in their country or in the Gambia, but also then off to AFCON, big AFC, CAF, I'll say AFC, CAF tournaments like AFCON as well. So that's fantastic. Now, look, tell me about, or tell us about your National League debut. So the first match you got when you realized when you were about to do it at the top level in your country. What was there anything like? When was it? How old were you? What are any notable moments? The stadium, the feel, the nerves, maybe. tell us about that first moment where you stepped up to the top level in your country.
Yeah, I can remember it was a second division. That is a league just after the first division. It was a second division game.
Yes.
And I can still remember that the two assistant referees who were supposed to play with me said no.
Ooh.
They are not going to play with me because I was young. It was going to be it was going to be a very difficult game. I can still remember that.
Yeah,
and,
right.
Yes, and then eventually those assistants were changed, and I can remember most of the senior referees were there, members of the referees committee. You know, it was very difficult for me. I was panicked before the game.
Yes.
You know, because I mean, if people say that, look, I'm not going to, I can't play the game with Papa because he's young, he's inexperienced.
Yes.
And at that time, the chairman of the referees committee said, no, I appointed Papa. I mean, if you don't want to play with him, that's fine, but he's going to officiate the game. And for 2 days, it was difficult for me to sleep. Yes. Because I said, oh my God, this is a big opportunity for me.
Yeah.
If I miss this one, it will be difficult to convince the referees committee again. But yes. Alhamdulillah, I went. I arrived at the stadium very early. You know, in the Gambia, sometimes it is very hot, and on that day, it was not very hot. Alhamdulillah, maybe God answered my prayers before. Then, you know, during warm up, you know, it was even difficult for me to concentrate because I was looking at, hey, who is here? Is the referees committee here? Blah blah blah. Senior referees.
Yes.
Then, after warming up, chairman of the referees committee came inside the dressing room and said, hey, young man, just concentrate on your game. I believe in you and you can do it. I said, okay, that's change. That really helped me, all right?
Change your mindset.
Yes, change the moment. It's a changing moment for me. I said, okay, let me go and do this thing, guys. And but it was I can say it was a very, very good game for me. Immediately, I can say that opened the door for me. In the as refereeing is concerned in the Gambia, it was easy game, no problems. And the chairman of the referees committee and the entire referees committee were happy. And then, you know, it started like that. The next, you know, at that time, we have our debriefing of games every Mondays.
Yep.
I can remember the following Monday we went to the stadium. The two previous assistant referees who were, you know, supposedly have to play with me came and say, hey, young man, we are very sorry that we did not come to help you in this game. I said, yeah, no problem. Alhamdulillah, it's okay. But I think I did my best, and that was the opening door for me. For me, that was very important game.
Yes.
Very, very
well, yeah, I think you answered my question there. I was going to say, did the two assistants end up doing the match? And obviously they didn't. So there was other assistants, yes?
No, they didn't. No,
yeah.
They didn't. They did not.
Yeah.
Yes, they did not. Yeah.
And the really, yeah, I'll pick up on the other point you made around the chairman. You know, obviously you're there and the nerves were there and you want to impress and you know people are watching. In this next level refs that we do, you know, we call it that because wherever somebody's at in their refereeing career, often we're looking for that next level. What have I got to do to reach that next level? Whether that be you know, up to FIFA or from juniors to seniors, or in your story just then, stepping up from the regional stuff to the national level. So the fact that the thing I took out of your story just then was that you had someone senior there that filled you with that confidence, or maybe not even filled you with that confidence, but reaffirmed that you have the ability to do that. And at that moment, you convinced yourself that yes, I am worthy to go out there and do this match.
Exactly. Sure. Exactly.
That's fantastic. And so that's always the most difficult thing, isn't it? Trying to convince ourselves that we are worthy of that next level. And then once you're out there, it's that mentality of, hey, I'm doing it. And, you know, it sounded like your prayers were answered. And that the match went very well. And obviously you convinced those that made the decision that their decision was vindicated with your talent.
Yes.
That's fantastic. So this is what, about 5 years into your career, you know, from 2003, so about 2008. And then you mentioned the next step, you know, in your career from that next national level was up to FIFA. Can you tell me about that moment, about how you went from the national level to that next step, becoming a FIFA referee for the first time?
Yes, and as I said, I became FIFA referee in 2008. At that time, we were only 5 central referees who were FIFA referees in the Gambia, with I think 7 assistants. I was the youngest, and I did 2 games international in 2008.
Yes.
My first game was in Liberia. As the central referee, under 20, Liberia versus Guinea-Conakry, and it was derby because they are neighbors. And then from there, I went to Gabon and also did 1 game. But all the other games in 2008, I was 4th official. It was not difficult because I was going with experienced referees, experienced assistant referees, who were always very helpful for me, giving me advices, giving me, you know, word of encouragement to say that, hey, guy, you can do it. But sometimes it was very difficult because the league in the Gambia, it is not very, it's also very popular in terms of people coming to watch games. Sometimes you have game of less than maybe 2,000 spectators. And if you go to other countries, like if you travel to other countries like the Arab world or the other big footballing nations like Nigeria, like Ghana, like South Africa, you know, you see a full capacity stadium. So sometimes it was difficult for me to compare those games. Not the playing pattern of the game, like on the pitch, but in terms of spectators. Just imagine, we officiated a game of less than maybe 1,000 people. One day, another 2 days, you officiated a game like 25 or 30 or 60,000 capacity. My God, it is very difficult.
Tell us about your mindset there, mate. So yeah, you're right. Going from a smaller crowd to these bigger stadiums, and obviously it gets the heart going a bit more. Tell us about your mindset going from those matches where it's maybe not a bigger crowd to other countries where, like you said, you're like, well, I'm right in the middle here.
Harry Ben, you have to be ready, eh?
Yes,
that's it's difficult. It's difficult.
What did you tell yourself in these moments?
I immediately I'm appointed for a game that outside the Gambia. I said to myself, look, I have to be ready. I have to be ready. I have to change my mindset. I have to be ready because I have to see thousands of the people coming to watch games. Sometimes you have to you travel to a country, like, for example, the game is 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., 10 in the morning, 10 a.m. The stadium is full. The stadium is full, right? Because I have did so many Champions League matches in CAF, like 7-8 hours before the game, the stadium is almost full.
Yes.
So just imagine you officiated the game in the Gambia like less than 1,000. when it's difficult, but you have to change your mindset. You have to be ready.
Yes.
You have to be ready. You have to be focused, you know. That makes the difference. That makes the difference. Because as a referee with different level of leagues and different different games you have to officiate, you have to be ready. You have to be ready 100% in all aspect. In all aspect. All right. Mentally, physically, you have to be ready.
Yes.
Right? And you know, one very important tool of my refereeing also was I was very fit.
Oh, you can say that again. I remember having to chase you many times, brother.
Exactly.
And I guess for the viewers, sorry.
Yes, one important tool I was also lucky of is I was very fit and I was not joking with training.
Yes.
I was not joking with my training. So I trained twice a day, and Ben, in my career, I sacrificed a lot. Right.
Yes.
I was always indoors, you know, after training. If I don't go to work, if I don't go to do, you know, my small businesses, I was always at home ready. Right. Because I was saying to myself, if I train 1 or 2 hours and at the end of the day, I did not rest at home, it has no use. All right. So that was also very important for me. I was always at home. I was always ready. I was always reading. And that was why it took my entire career for me to be at top level, because of I was ready, especially I was controlling myself, that I have to be fit, because it is paramount. It is very important. It is very important. So that helps me a lot. So without, you know, it was also difficult in the Gambia when I officiate at home, because the level of the game, it is totally different of the level of the games outside.
What? Tell us about
tempo of the game. Yeah, the tempo of the game in the Gambia, sometimes it is very, very slow. You know, sometimes you don't see professional players, very, very bad level of players. And the following day or 2 days after, you have to go and officiate professional players.
Yes.
It's total. Total. If you are not ready in all aspects of refereeing, if you are not ready, my brother, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
And look, there's a couple of things that I really picked up on you, you know, throughout those stories as you're going through those stages onto the international panel. One was obviously the nerves around the first under 20 international, and some people's mentality thinks, you know, once they reach that level, oh, you know, they're only under 17 players, they're only under 20. But this is not the mentality, is it? This is I now have a badge on my chest, and there's lots more expectation. I really liked what you said, just following those first 2 matches that you had in the middle, that you had a number of fourth official matches to officiate. And again, some referees, when they're coming through the ranks, want everything to happen very fast and always want to be in the middle. And the thing I picked up from what you were saying there was you had the opportunity to be the fourth official with some very experienced referees, and you could learn from all of their experience while you didn't have the pressure on you as a fourth official. And I think that's a really important tool in our craft.
Very important.
Around our mindset there, to go, hey, I'm fourth official today and I'm working with Papa. What can I learn from him? Let me look how he sees these moments. And I think that's as opposed to, I should be in the middle, you know? Why aren't I in the middle? They're 2 very different mindsets, aren't they?
Yes, exactly. You are right. In my local language, they always say, counting start at 1.
Yes.
You don't start counting and start counting by 10 or 15. No. So that means you have to put your foot down. Even you are international referee, always you have to learn.
Yes.
Learn. You can even learn from your genius, especially if you are for referee with a referee that is well experienced. You have to learn. Throughout my career, I was not rushing for games, and most of the junior referees always, no, I am central. I have to be in the middle. I have to be in the middle. Maybe 1 fourth official, 2 fourth official. They said, no. These people don't trust me. No, it don't have to work like that.
Yes.
One day or the other, it will come. When the opportunity comes, that's the time for you to show up.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all part of the plan, isn't it?
Exactly. Don't force your way. Just wait. The time will come and grab the opportunity. That was the mentality I was having. And that is the same mentality I am putting inside my referee's head, that take your time will come, learn from others, and guys, when the times come, capitalize.
Yes, yeah. I think that's great advice, mate. And for advice for referees in the Gambia and advice for referees in Australia and worldwide, I think that is something that transfers right across. We have to be patient, and everything is part of our plan for us to build that experience. Too much too soon can kill the referee. Yes.
Yes. You're right.
Exactly right. And the other thing I took from your stories there too, as you flew to say Egypt or Ghana, some of the bigger footballing countries in CAF like South Africa, etc., was that mentality of I have to be ready, and I'm used to this level, but now I know the game is at this level, and it's not for them that level to come back down to me, but I have to rise to meet that level, because that's what's required of me. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's another fantastic piece of advice, again, for referees. So thank you for that. All right, let's speed things up a little bit. So you've gone from National League, you've got onto the international panel, the FIFA panel, and you're experiencing all of these different countries. And now that your dad is on board, and he knows you're now leaving.
Everybody's on board. Yes, everybody's on board. Yes, exactly.
He knows you're leaving the country to do what you're actually doing.
Yes.
Obviously, Australia, our pathway is through AFC, and there's now so many different avenues of different football in AFC. We used to be part of Oceania, where there's only 10 other countries, so there was not many opportunities. Now, I guess the size of CAF is similar to the size of AFC in terms of countries.
Yes.
So lots of different styles of football, lots of vast areas to travel. If you think about from South Africa right up to, say, Morocco.
Yes.
And lots of different styles. Take us from those early days on your FIFA panels to reaching you had an AFCON before you went on to the World Cup program?
Yes.
Tell us about that step there for, to be not only the best in your country, but one of the up-and-coming FIFA referees, and then be given your chance on the biggest stage on your continent.
Exactly. In 2011, the CAF Referees Committee changed the leadership.
Okay.
Tariq Boussamawi from Tunisia was the chairman of the Referees Committee. And then he said, guys, I have so many young referees. All right. There is going to be a competition in Morocco that is under 23 Olympic qualifiers. So sure. I'm going to bring young referees, and from there I'm going to select 6 best young referees to come to the next AFCON. Oh my God. It was difficult because we were around 12 or 14 referees in total, right. And only 6 we are going to be selected to go to the next AFCON.
Yes.
It was in Morocco. You know, the weather Morocco and Gambia is totally different. At that time, Morocco, it was in December, very cold. I was struggling. It was easy, but as you said, Africa is big.
Yes.
Traveling in Africa is big. Sometimes it takes you almost 2 days. Almost 2 days to travel from country to country to officiate. Sometimes 24 hours.
Yes.
And this particular competition in Morocco happens to be played in December, and which was totally different, you know, with weather in the Gambia, because at the time in the Gambia it's very hot. And I remember going to Morocco. It was my first time traveling to a cold, you know, country like that. I was, oh my God, it was freezing for me, very difficult, you know. But I said, guys, I always call back home and say, this thing is very difficult. I remember one time I was talking to my brother. He said, hey, bro, if you cannot make it, why not you come back? I said, no, this is my opportunity to show up. This is my opportunity. From here, I was dreaming of going to the AFCON. From here, if I perform well, I'll be going to the AFCON. And then I can remember I did a very good competition, and 6 of us were selected to go to the following tournament. That was the AFCON 2012 in Gabon and Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
And in that competition also, there were so many top referees in Africa at that time.
Yes.
Maybe experienced referees. I can remember referees just from the World Cup, you know, were there. And then young referees like me have to join the mix with them. It was difficult. I did 2 games. One important game was Gabon, the host nation versus Morocco, and that game also was a very important game because Gabon were the host.
Home team, yeah.
The host country, the president of the country was there, all executive. It was, I think, 45,000 capacity stadium.
Yep.
I awarded a 89 or 90-minute penalty to Morocco, the away team.
Yeah, right.
It was something else. It was something else. Oh my God. The whole stadium was quiet, and so many, you know, people were saying, hey, it is very difficult to award a penalty, last minute penalty for host country. At that time, the president was there. Who is this young referee? But to me, inside my head was, guys, I don't care who is playing. I don't care who is watching. I have to do my game. I have to be correct. I have to be there. You know, the game ended up, I think Gabon won 3-2. They equalized and score a winning goal at the 90+ minute. And you know, immediately after that game, my name was going up.
Fantastic.
My name was going up because it shows people that this young guy from Gambia is ready. He's very ready. And as you said, it's always very difficult, especially for competition in Africa. You know, you have two or three different kind of mentality of football.
Yes.
The Arabs will come with their own mentality. Big nations like Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, and others, they have most of their footballers, most of their players are professional players, and mix up with small countries.
Yep.
You know, those players, especially at that time, 10 or 15 years ago, most of their players were local players.
Yeah.
So it means you have to deal with different mentality of players, different footballing pattern. footballing, or football tempos, football mentalities.
Yes.
Because, for example, if you have to play a country of all the 11 players are local players, it's totally different of playing of a team of all the 11 players are professional players.
Yes. Yep.
It's
And
totally
Gabon back then, maybe Aubameyang was playing there, maybe? Pierre Aubameyang.
He was. That was the year he was coming up.
And was his dad the coach? Was his father the coach? Was his father the coach?
No, he was. No, his father was. His father was the best player at that time, but he was attached to the team as to give advice to the team.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
so that game also was very important in my career as a young referee to be bold enough to give a 90-minute penalty to the away team, and the host team needed that also game to qualify. So it's also changed my career. Yes.
Yeah, and the big thing I take out of that decision from what you were saying in that match was the message that you gave to the powers that be, the ones that make decisions, was that you use the word bold. I'll use the word courageous. You had that courage to do what is right by the game, irrespective of how happy people might be.
Whatever.
So I think the powers that be would have said, yes, this is a young referee. He's fit, but he's got courage, and he's going to do right. He's got the integrity, which is a huge important part of our job, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. So that was 2012. Now you and I first met in 2012 when the shortlist of the World Cup came out. So from that moment in 2012, I guess you were contacted maybe soon after to know that you were one of 52 referees announced on the shortlist. Tell me about that moment when you knew your name was part of a potential chance to go to the biggest sporting tournament in the world.
Exactly. As you rightly said, Ben, immediately after the AFCON, everything changed. Everything changed in a positive way because so many people have the trust, have the confidence that this guy can make it. And then as you said, immediately after that, it was the time to go to the Olympics in London, where we eventually met for the first time. And then I can remember I was training, or I was doing something, and then I cannot even fully remember. Then afterwards, I saw the message that I was part of the referees invited. Oh my God! It was a very good feeling. I can remember that, and it was a celebration for me and my family that I would be part of the referees going to the Olympic, and because it was also the first time a Gambian going to the Olympics, Gambian referee going to the Olympics, and then it was a proud moment for the country, proud moment for me, proud moment for my family. And right after my name was I saw my name part of the list of referees going to the Olympic, I said to myself, guys, look, no time to waste. I have to start the preparation. I have to start immediately. Have to start the preparation because it was difficult for me. Most of the senior referees who were top referees in the country, most of them travel, most of them were busy. So I was training alone at that time, only with junior referees or with colleagues that are in the same level with me. So I did not have a trainer at that time. Even if I have a trainer, it was only physical trainer, not a technical trainer who will train me in terms of refereeing aspect. So it was difficult for me at that time. So I can say I was training myself. So, but because of that, I say let me start training very early.
Yes.
So that if I go to the Olympics, I will just add a few things that is going to be said there, because if I don't prepare early, it is going to be very difficult for me.
Yes.
Because the Olympic was my first FIFA competition.
Okay. Yeah, right.
You know, so it
what
was
an
a proud
introduction.
moment.
What an introduction.
Exactly.
FIFA tournament, first one, Olympic Games in London.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of my great memories.
Yes.
Some of my great memories were where you, me, and Felix Brick from Germany.
Yes, Brick from Germany.
Three corners of the globe came together, and we just thought the three of us just hit it off. And I remember standing together, and all three of us said, "Well, this is our moment." And we're at the Olympic Games. We all have to get to the World Cup in Brazil in 2014.
Exactly.
Sorry,
I can really remember
about to say something else then.
Yes. I was saying it was a proud moment for me, and also very difficult because just imagine, just from AFCON, being a young referee, going all the way to the Olympics, and it's the first time for any Gambian referee to be at that level, But, referees have to understand one thing, that is preparation is very important, especially early preparation helps a referee a lot, I did my preparation very well. And when we went to the Olympics, I was very ready. And then I think all of us have a great tournament, great competition. That's why we are also selected to go to Brazil World Cup.
Absolutely. Well, and even before we get to the World Cup in Brazil, you and I, we were obviously clearly twins.
Yes.
That we were selected the very next year as well for another FIFA tournament where we had successful Olympic Games, but maybe FIFA needed to see us again, and we were selected together for the under 20 World Cup in Turkey. Yeah, and so it was great. It was so good to be able to see you again. And then I remember the quarterfinal in Canterbury, where you came along as fourth official with my trio.
Exactly. I can remember. Yes.
With Creamy and Harks, Matthew Cream and Hakan. And I remember sitting there for dinner and just hearing some of your stories about your career and what it means for you. And this was before the World Cup. So did you want to pick up on some of those stories that you shared with us around even the financial aspect? And obviously you've touched on what it means for you and your family and your country. You happy to talk about some of those?
As you rightly said, in 2013, we were in Istanbul for the under 20, and thank God I was also lucky to be a referee, an experienced and a good referee like you. I've learned a lot in that game.
I'll have to pay you later.
We had a great game. It was the quarterfinals. I can also remember Mr. Badara Sen of Senegal was our referee's assessor. Yes, he was. Yes, Badara Sen, the late Badara Sen. He passed away. Badara Sen was up for. Yes, I was saying you were the one asking me about the financial aspect, especially in the Gambia, in our leagues. We were just comparing how it went. I can also remember Stefan something of France. When we had a dinner, he was also very particular, asking me, "Hey, Gassama, how much are you paid in the Gambia per game?" And I just also asked him, "How much are you paid in France?" I think he said at that time it was 1,000, I don't know, 800 euros at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was ashamed to tell him how much I was paid in the Gambia, really. It was sad for me to say the amount of money we are paid, but we were happy as young referees. We are not at that time concentrating about how much we are paid or whatever, because we are always happy to be at that level, to concentrate in our careers and whatever. I was telling you in Turkey that the money I was trying to gather during that under 20, I was trying to help my family, because I came from a big family, and at that time, it was things were very, very difficult for me and my family. So I have to, the small money I get from all the competitions of FIFA competition, CAF competition, I have to help my family, not for me. Not for me. I have to help my family. As you rightly said before we start recording, I was telling you that immediately after the competition, immediately I received my money. I'm also I'm also going to buy a taxi for my brother, at least for him to start driving, having something.
Yep. Oh, you still there, brother?
Yes, yes.
Ah, there we go. We just lost you for a second, but yeah, we were at the part where some of that money, and again, even in Australian terms, we were on, I think, maybe $100 a day daily allowance for FIFA at that time, which in Australian terms is not that much, but we were talking about the cost of living back home for yourself versus back home, and that allowed you to start a business for your brother, which really hit home for me about how lucky that we are, you know.
Exactly. As you said, immediately I received my money. I went straight to my brother, and we started this. You know, he was very happy, and he started doing this taxi business, and it helps him. It helps him. It helps the family. From that taxi business, he bought his own house. He paid school fees for his kids, and now I can also say he's a comfortable parent. You know, and it pays. You know, all the suffering or all the hard work we are doing, it pays now to our family, because we change the narrative of our families. We are not very rich, but alhamdulillah now we are in another level. So as young referee or as young sportsmen, it's also important, very important. How little you have, don't forget your family and friends. It's very important.
Exactly right.
Very important. Yes.
And none of us referees get into it for the money. You speak about your love for the game, but I'm not sure if this was the same brother that was taking your bag and putting it over the fence so you could pick it up.
Exactly. That same guy.
So the teamwork back then made the dream work.
Exactly.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes,
I love those stories, mate. And thank you so much for sharing that. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty. So here we go. We've risen from the start, where we're keeping your career quiet from your father, stepping up to the national leagues and convincing yourself and all the referees committee, to then getting your FIFA badge as a new breed of African referees, and certainly from the Gambia, up to the biggest level in your continent, being the AFCON, and now at the FIFA tournaments like the Olympic Games. Oh my God. Under 20s, and then it came to the start of 2014, and if my memory serves me correctly, it was January the 15th where we received an email about when we were selected to referee at the FIFA World Cup. Tell me about that moment for you, mate.
Matt, I think that was the greatest moment of my life. The day I received that email from FIFA saying that I was part of the referees going to officiate in Brazil. It was also a very happy moment for the Gambia, especially for the referees committee, because that was our goal. That we as far as we cannot qualify as a nation to the World Cup, at least we have a representative whoever the person may be to be in the World Cup. That was very important for me and for the Gambia. And Alhamdulillah, I was the luckiest to be the first Gambian to be selected to officiate in the World Cup. I can also remember when this news shortly before the World Cup, Coca-Cola were going around with the World Cup trophy.
Yes.
And I think it was in 2013, I think, or 2014 January, something like that.
Yes.
Few months before the World Cup. And our head of states, the former president of the Gambia, President Jammeh, said that on television, said that Gambia will be in the World Cup.
Represented.
Right. So people were saying, come on, how can, I don't think the Gambia will qualify to the World Cup. And I don't know how he just said that.
Yeah.
Because at the time, the selection of referees was not out. You know,
Right.
the list was not out. Yes. So immediately my name was announced that I was going to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And then it was also a proud moment for him because he said,
yeah,
you know, he said the Gambia will be at the World Cup.
Yeah.
And luckily for him and for everybody, for all Gambians, because just imagine, as a head of states, as a president, you said this thing is going to happen, and at the end of the day, it did not.
Yes.
You know, it was going to be, you know, something else. And that's why I was lucky to meet him before going to the World Cup. Yes, before going to the World Cup. And he also repeated the same thing. He told me, Papa, when I said the Gambia was going to the World Cup, people were saying that this is unbelievable. This cannot possible. How can this be possible? But today you are here.
Yeah.
You know, taking my blessing and going to the World Cup.
Yeah, fantastic.
So it was a happy moment for me.
Yes.
Happy moment for the Gambia as a country.
Yeah.
Because everybody in the country was happy, because imagine we have 54 countries in Africa, all affiliated to FIFA, and only 3 from these 54 countries, only 3 referees were going to the World Cup. That was the Gambia, Algeria, and Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, Jamal Haimoudi and Nemanjos Doué.
Yes. Yes.
And myself, we are the referees representing Africa in Brazil 2014 World Cup. So it was a very happy moment for me. I can still remember it was a sleepless night for me. you know, a sleepless night for me. Thinking of, oh my God, so I'll be going to the World Cup for the first time. It was a nice moment for me. I can still remember it was a nice moment for me, and for my family and for the Gambia.
Absolutely. I can only imagine. We didn't quite get the same, weren't received the same in Australia, but you know, when we arrived in the lobby there in Rio, to see yourself and Felix as well, that promise we made 2 years beforehand in London came true, and there was a lot of man hugs that day, wasn't there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, you're right.
So you've spoken through some of those challenges, and you've arrived at the biggest sporting event in the world. Tell me about your moments of the World Cup, the matches and the moments that you remember. Talk us through your World Cup in Brazil.
As I rightly said before, in Brazil I did only one game. That was Netherlands versus Peru. It was also very difficult for me. But for me, as I said before, I was happy.
Yes.
Because I was one of the youngest referees.
Yep.
And it could have been very nice. It would have been very good for me to go and just officiate 4 games, 5 games. Every referee wants that. Every referee will be happy to do that. But I was also happy because I learned a lot. I went to the World Cup, represent Gambia, represent Africa, and did what game, and said to myself, if I don't have another game, it's okay for me, because I mean, it was okay for me to, like I said, to go and learn, to go and have the experience. Did one very important game, no problems. I can remember when Massimo said, Gassama, you are very young, you have a lot of years ahead of you, you had a lot of things to do in front of you. So one game is okay, and then you can go back home and prepare. So I said, yes. For me, I don't have a problem with that, because I did a very, very big and important game. I mean, as I said before, you don't always want to be, I have to have games, I have to be in the center, I have to be in the center. No, everything have to start. By once you started going easily, then and it will come in this way, you know. So in Brazil, I did one game, and I think 3 or 4 as 4th official. And but it was a very good moment. I learned a lot. When I was appointed to do the Netherlands-Peru game, I said to myself, "Oh my God, another big game, another big name players." Especially in the Netherlands teams, Van Persie, Ian Robben, Snyder. You remember those big name players. So absolutely. I mean,
that was the Australian group. The Australian team was also in this group.
Exactly.
Yes. So it was a big, and obviously the Netherlands, their previous World Cup, they're in the final. You know, so a big world team. That's right. So to be trusted with that that match said a lot, you know, about yourself. And as soon as you set foot on that pitch, you were able to call yourself a World Cup referee, and nobody can take that away from you.
Exactly. I can remember when I was appointed for the game. Then it was a happy moment also. I was thinking of you know, if I succeed to have a very good game, what will be the next level for me? You know, where will I take not my name only, but the name of my country in the world map? Because, you know, at that time, if I travel to other countries, if people ask me, "Hey, buddy, where are you from?" I say Gambia. People were asking me, "Where is Gambia?" Where is Gambia? Senegal? Some people say Ghana, some people say Zambia. I said, no, Gambia, the Gambia. You know, it's a small country inside Senegal, blah, blah. So, as you said, immediately I entered that pitch, I said, yes, this is the time to sell, not my name only, but the name of my country.
That's right.
Yes.
And African.
Exactly. And then I did it, and it was a very good game. You know, it was also very important at the World Cup to do important games, because it sells your name, it sells the name of your country, and it tells who you are. I mean, going there, only just being part of the referees in the World Cup is something else. And it's also a bonus, and also very important to officiate a game. You understand what I mean? Because as you said, immediately you blow your whistle to start the game, I said to myself, now is my moment.
Yes, I have arrived.
Exactly, I have arrived now. And I said to myself, look, I have to concentrate for this game, but it's also important for me to enjoy.
Absolutely.
It's a happy moment for me to enjoy.
Yes.
So I was officiating the game with these two things. I have to concentrate. One, I also have to enjoy, because most of the time, referees will always say, this game is important. And they came to the game with that mentality, important game. Yes, it's important game. Yes, you concentrate. Yes, you have to be ready. But it's also important for you, that important moment also for you to enjoy.
Yes. And that's the same advice, isn't it, for every level?
Yes.
We get involved in sport because we enjoy it. And even though, of course, there's pressure and stress and everything at the elite level, we can't lose that sense of enjoyment and that sense of satisfaction of being out there and knowing that you've contributed to a wonderful game of football.
Yes. Because it is also important to think like that, because throughout my career, I've also realized that if you go to the game with the belief that I am going to perform, I'm going to do my best, but I also have to enjoy the game. It helps a lot. It removes the stress in you. And immediately you've removed stress in you. It helps you to concentrate and to enjoy. So this is very important tool also. It also helped me throughout my career. So that was Brazil. And then I did one game, and it was also important to see the life in Brazil, to enjoy Brazil. I mean, to see another level of how people do life enjoyment in Brazil. You remember, Brazil was very nice. We enjoyed everywhere, enjoyed the moment. Going to the beach and whatever. It's also part of life. It's also part of refereeing. So Brazil was also very good. It also gives good remembrance for me.
Oh, fantastic. I remember our excursion to the top of Corcovado, the Cross of the and we were up there as a team of referees from all around the world, with all of these other fans that were there, to support their country. And it was just an amazing mix, and the vibe that was there up on top of the hill, overlooking Sugarloaf Mountain, and down where we were to Baja, seeing the Maracanã there. Fantastic! It just gives me goosebumps talking about it now. And remember Marco Rodriguez from Mexico. He was a padre, and he gave a prayer at the top, a prayer of thanks for all of us being able to be there and share in that moment and being part of. What a country to have a World Cup in, Brazil, fantastic.
Sure. Brazil was fantastic, yes. It was fantastic. Yeah.
Amazing memories. Now, obviously, from 2014, you said you retired in 2023. So between that, your World Cup debut in 2014 to 2023, what were some of the other highlights that you experienced, mate?
I can say many highlights. Because after that, after the World Cup, also I was giving the trophy of being the best referee in Africa. Immediately after that, in Nigeria, it's an international. Yes, it's an international. It's an international event, like all the best football players with different position and different categories, like goalkeepers, strikers, defenders, young players, and referees were awarded in Nigeria. It's a global thing. And in 2014, I was the best referee, and it continues to 2015. I was the best in 2014, 2015, 2016. So, I mean, 3 times in a row. It's also another important thing for my life and for my career. And from there also, I did so many important competition, like going to the World Cup 2018 again in Russia, and then yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
and also going to Qatar 2022, being the first African referee to officiate 3 consecutive World Cup, is I think is a big achievement for me and for the people of the Gambia. And I can say between 2014 to 2023, so many important things has happened in my life and in my career. Yes.
Yep. And I know it's difficult to kind of pick one, but do you have, amongst all of those amazing memories, like 3 World Cups, unbelievable. You told the story of how difficult it was to get to 1 World Cup, and to do 1 match, let alone to then keep training, keep working, keep improving to Russia, in 2018, and then to be trusted again 3 World Cups in Qatar is a huge achievement. And obviously to be named the best referee on your continent, 54 countries, as you mentioned, it's a tremendous honor, so it really shows the echelon, of one of the top referees in the world, not to mention one of the top humans in the world. And I'm very lucky to consider you my friend.
Thank you very much. Thank you, brother.
What is your fondest memory of your career when you look back now? And obviously, you'll be influencing the next generation. But what is the fondest memories that you take away from your active career?
As I said, from 2008 to 2023, 15 years of career.
Yeah.
A lot of things happen, a lot of good memories, and also some difficulties, some challenges, especially in Africa.
Yep.
You can once say traveling in Africa is difficult.
Yes.
Different attitude of players, of spectators, different attitude of even people who are very close to football in different countries. Yes. And it is also important to change your mindset as referees if you travel in other countries, the way you deal with people, because I can see some referees will say, yeah, I'm a top referee, I am Papa Gassama, I have to be respected everywhere I go, people have to know me. No, it doesn't work like that. Yes. Sometimes you might think that if I travel to other country, people might know you. No, they don't know you. Don't expect to be treated like a VIP.
Yes.
All right. So you have to expect unexpected. In my 15 years career, there are very important moments, like when I was also, selected to go to Qatar World Cup. I said to myself, wow. Yes, I went to Google and see that I will be the first African to do so. I said, yes, it was a hard work for me, but it pays now. At least, I mean, going to the World Cup consecutive 3 times,
yes,
is also is important. That was one. Going to the World Cup in Qatar. Also, I mean, being the first African also to go to the Club World Cup 2016.
Yes.
As VAR, because I was also the first African to be appointed as VAR in Africa. Yes, exactly. So many things happened in my career. I was also the first African to use the vanishing spray. Do you know that, John?
Yes.
Do you know that I was the first African to use the vanishing spray?
That was our tournament, wasn't it? That was the under 20s in Turkey. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. 20 in tournament, and it's also it was in Morocco Club World Cup, I think. Morocco Club World Cup. Yeah.
2014?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morocco Club World Cup. No, Club World Cup was in 2013, I think so.
I went. Morocco was also 2014. Maybe they held 2 years. Yeah.
Yes. Two. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
And then I was the first African to do the VR. I was the first African to be approved by FIFA that I can officiate with VR. So there were so many proud moments for me in throughout my career. There are also not difficult but unforgettable moments, because I remember I went to officiate a Champions League game in Mali, where a change of government, like we call coup d'etat, happened. The military took over in Mali, Bamako, and it was difficult because we spent 1 week in the hotel.
Jeez.
There was no food, only running water, difficult moment. I mean, so as I said, in refereeing, anything can happen.
Yes.
There are good moments and bad moments.
Yes.
So I cannot also forget about that, because it was difficult moment for me and my assistants. I can remember, we were less than 200 meters away from the military camp, where you can hear gunshots, 24 hours around the clock. But Alhamdulillah, we came back safe.
Yes.
We contacted CAF that we are stranded in Mali. CAF said it was difficult for them also to do anything. But thank God, Senegalese president Macky Sall was coming there to negotiate between the two soldiers, like the two group of soldiers, to just come and negotiate. And then we were lucky that to be put in the presidential flight, so that we can leave Bamako and go to Dakar. I can remember also in the airport, when we arrived at the airport.
Yeah.
So we saw these big guns were facing the sky. So I was saying, oh my God, these rocket launchers. So I talked to my assistant, hey, bro, but when we entered this flight and then these people, all their guns were, directed here. What is going to happen? He said, my friend, I don't know. We just have to pray to God that we leave this country safe. Alhamdulillah, we left safely, and I can remember the Senegalese president was asking me, hey, how did you feel being here for 1 week? I said, I told him that, Mr. President, it was very difficult. So those are also challenging things, but it's also part of
the journey.
Part of the journey, that it's also not every day it's easy and enjoyable like you expected. So you expect unexpected sometimes.
Yeah. And look, I've really enjoyed this chat, and you've taken us through so much. And like you said, if life was just a straight line, it would be very boring. So it's full of those highs and those lows, and the ability to bounce back. But one of the great things that you've shown us and spoken to tonight, or this morning for yourself, is that even that mentality of, I come from a smaller country. Maybe people don't know where I am. In my city, I'm in the capital in Canberra, which is not one of the biggest cities either. But the thing that I really took from your story was that the limits are only those that you set in your own mind. And despite all of those challenges that you've mentioned today, and that's probably only just touching the surface of some of them, you have continued to step up to that next level, and always that humility to realize that I've got to stay true to myself and keep learning, and that the mentality of the game is always at the center. No one's bigger than the game. So it's easy to say these things, but my friend, you've lived it, and you've demonstrated that to all of us. And I'm really, like I said, really happy that I got to meet you way back in 2012 and ride some of that journey with you. And it makes me really, really, really proud to call you a friend.
Thank you,
well.
thank you, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, mate. Thank you. Also very important for me, we catch up after 10 or 15 years together.
Yeah, yeah.
And both you and Felix were the closest to me, and you also give me your moral support, asking me questions. I can remember anytime we have 5-minute chat, you must have to ask me, how do I feel coming there, being part of the best referees in the world, coming from a small country like the Gambia. Yeah. I mean, I can remember, and it is also very important to learn from your colleagues, not only about refereeing, about social life, about culture. It is very important. It is very important. Yeah,
100%. Yeah. Well, look, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure. I thank you so much for your time, especially during, your fasting, where it's, physically difficult for you. Probably physically difficult for you to listen to me as well. But look, it's been a real pleasure, like I said, catching up. And I'm sure all of the listeners and people that tune in will be able to take so many learnings from what you've mentioned today. And I thank you for sharing all of your amazing experiences, and congratulations, brother, on an amazing career.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much. And I'm also happy that you're doing this fantastic job, not only for Australian referees, but all the referees worldwide, those who can watch and who are watching. And it's very important also to learn from others, especially from different continents.
Absolutely.
And refereeing is the same as uniformity and consistency and everything together. And but it's also important to listen to others to learn. If referees in Australia have this opportunity to have people like you, and to have I can say very, very good equipments of footballing structures, there is no way they can fail. There is no way they can fail, because it is different from an Australian referee and an other referee outside.
Yes.
Like in other small countries in Africa or in other part of the world.
Yes.
So because like the opportunities you have, to excel, it is very difficult. It is very different of another referee.
Yes.
Who is traveling maybe kilometers, long distance, different many miles to see a very, very good pitch where you can train.
Yes.
You understand? When it also comes to financial, how much he is paid. Like if you take my story, if the family ready for him to be referee, if the family helping, so many difficult things. Like if you have all those opportunities, on the table for you, like an Australian referee or a European referee, I mean, there is no way you can fail. Yes. There is no way that you should not achieve your goal. There is no way that you cannot perform.
Yes.
Because so many people are out there who wanted to be where you are, and you are there, my friend. You have to capitalize.
Yes.
You have to take the opportunity.
Yep.
Because if you travel to other countries, you see referees, even to have a correct equipment of boots, of socks or jerseys, it's difficult.
Yes.
Difficult. So it is also important to put at the back of your mind that the opportunity you have today, you might not have it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Capitalize and do your best as far as the opportunity is there for you. So my advice to Australian referees and all over the world is to take the opportunity, learn. You can remember what our boss, Massimo Busaka, you normally say, you have to eat football.
Yes.
You have to like football. You cannot be a very good referee if you don't like, or if you don't enjoy what you are doing.
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult. Yeah. So my advice is to everybody to take this opportunity, to listen to people like you and to enjoy the momentum, bro.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Fantastic advice. I still also remember after some of the early fitness tests, Massimo seeing you move, and he said, "Okay, Papa, maybe even you go in the Olympics for the 10,000 meters, and I will be your manager."
Exactly.
Always difficult for us trying to catch you. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That was the yo-yo. That was the yo-yo we are doing. Yes.
Exactly right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
I remember that one in Zurich. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But you're right, mate. Some fantastic advice, and the main takeaway there is we've got to love what we do, and understand how lucky we are to be in that position. We go out, we try our best. That's all we can ever do, and we do the right thing by the game. I think that will leave football, in a much better place worldwide, and the fact that we have two mates that haven't seen each other for a decade.
Exactly.
Being able to reconnect and live the memories again. This is also about refereeing, isn't it?
Yes. So
the people we meet, live on forever.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, bro. You're right. Thank you very much. I'm happy always to be around. If you need me at any time, just you have my contacts and everything. So just be in contact. I'm there for you, bro. Thank you very much.
Oh, I appreciate it, mate. And on behalf of all the listeners tonight and Next Level Refs, we really appreciate your time and effort. And it's been an absolute pleasure. And you're an absolute gentleman.
Thank you very much, bro. See you.
Good on you,
Thank
brother.
you. Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Thank you, bro. Thank you.